Hey, what's up, good people? Obviously, I'm just sat here without a figure, so it's that time again. We're doing another movie discussion and Q&A. Now, first thing I have to address before we get into it is no one commented on my last video. I did say you can use Facebook to message me and I'll count your questions. 3 people did that, so clearly, I'm doing great. But no, in all honesty, if there's anything from this video you have questions about, comment on the comments this time, and then I'll address it next time. But yeah, I'm just going to answer these 3 questions quick. They're not really movie related, which is I don't mind, but this is kind of meant to be about movies. And because they were sent in an inbox, I feel more obligated to not say your names. So I'm not gonna. But the first question I got was from. Oh, see, I nearly did it then. The first question I got was I'll just say from a lady off Facebook. We may or may not be related. And her question was, what's your favourite part of being in a band? So, for me personally, I don't know about the other members of my band. You would have to ask them. But for me personally, it's literally just about writing our own material, creating our own songs, giving birth to an idea, just the rush and the feeling I get from writing a song with those guys. That's why I do it. You know, I'm really into our own material. I like playing covers, but I really, really love our own material and stuff. The second question is from someone who doesn't really like me much. I met him through YouTube. He gives me shit all the time. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say his channel or his name or anything. I want people to give him crap, but all you need to know is me and him don't really get on. Is like, what's your beef with Shattermas Prime? So I've quickly just got to say, I don't have any beef with Shattermas Prime. If you're watching Shattermas, I have no problem with you. But I stopped watching your videos, and it wasn't your fault. It was more just a fact of you remember Hasbro went through a phase recently where they was just sending you boxes upon boxes of Marvel Legends. I just think it's a bit unfair that you can afford these figures. You have all these subscribers and stuff. And I'm not saying it's you. You're not the problem. The problem is Hasbro. So you're not doing anything wrong, bro. It kind of annoys me. But yeah, they sent you boxes upon boxes of Marvel Legends, even though, well, they probably sent you it because you do as well as you do. But they'll send you boxes of these figures that are hard to get, like the X-Men wave. All I want is that Wolverine, man. It's been a figure on my list for years. And I've missed out on it, and missed out on it, and missed out on it. And Hasbro just sends you boxes of Marvel Legends like they don't cost anything. I mean, what the fuck is that about? So yeah, no beef with Shattermas Prime. Just that kind of annoyed me and put me off watching big action figure channels. Cause it's just not really fair for us little guys at the end of the day. And then the third question. Hold on, I've got it on my Facebook. I'm just trying to find it. Because it's down here somewhere. It's probably really boring for you guys. There you go. What is your favourite toy in your collection? And I have a lot of figures, toys. I'm just going to assume you meant action figures, in which case I really like this Batman's always been one of my favourite figures. The line's kind of hard to get hold of now, but possibly this Batman figure. So yeah, there are other things as well. Pizza Spidey is awesome. Black Knight's awesome. Black Panther's awesome. That's the Walmart exclusive. And then just, I don't know, it's hard to just pick one. I would have to throttle the person who's making me pick one. Yeah, I was trying to see if my brain would do something there, and it didn't. So yeah, there you go. There's the questions. I've got that out of the way. Now I'm going to have to be really quick with the things we're discussing this week. So the first thing is, potentially, Deadpool 3. Can Deadpool 3 happen? Will it happen? Is there a franchise coming out of this? And, you know, what does that mean for the MCU? I think it would be very bad of Marvel at this point to include Deadpool in the MCU. I'm as much of a fan as Deadpool as everybody else. Alright, here's the thing, okay, right. 10 or 12 years ago, when I was, starting little secondary school, wasn't such a cool thing to be into comics. And even if you were into comics, it wasn't cool to like Deadpool. And here's why, right? He's a good character. He's always been well written. I'm not knocking that. I love Deadpool. He's one of my favourite characters. But the problem is he's a parody, okay? He is, to Marvel Comics, what the Scary Movie franchise is to horror films, okay? He's a twisted parody of it. Like, people who are getting bored and, tired of the same stick from comics, okay? They read Deadpool and he's a parody of comic book characters. It makes them laugh, right? He's not actually well, he is, but he's not really a comic book character, if you know what I mean. Like, he exists in some sort of temporal wibbly wobbly. Oh, I got that from Doctor Who, but he exists in a place that not a lot of other Marvel characters exist. Obviously, you can break the fourth wall. And you guys find that funny. All these people have only just got into Deadpool. They find it funny. I don't think people realise it wasn't such a cool thing years ago to like Deadpool to that extent. But yeah, a franchise I can't see a problem with. Obviously, the films will get very old very fast because they're just going to be more of the same. And eventually it will just become an R-rated comic book movie where Deadpool says a lot of dirty stuff and does a lot of disgusting things, and you're just going to go see the same movie every time. You could argue that's the same when you go see a Star Wars movie, I won't blame you. But yeah, that's what I worry about. However, I'm not completely against using the character, and if you do, you should use Ryan Reynolds. He's the only person who deserves to even play Deadpool in the first place, and nobody else. So don't be thinking of recasting for the MCU, Disney. I know what you like. But yeah, if you're gonna include him as like funny cameos where he just comments on something, that would be awesome. Or maybe, see, I was thinking as well, wouldn't it be cool if they did like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, okay? Like the comics. And they did that whole thing. It would be a brilliant piece of cinema to adapt to that into a movie, I think. But obviously, you wouldn't want to see Chris Hemsworth butchered by Deadpool, and Chris Evans and Tom Holland getting shot in the face by Deadpool. Maybe you would think that's cool, but I don't think a lot of kids, if they accidentally see that, I don't think it would be a good thing. So obviously, you have to think of that. Unless you're going to do it as one of these things, but they're kind of doing a lot to do with time travel and other dimensions at the minute. You don't want to saturate that so that it's just doing everyone's head in. But it would work. You could have these characters killed off and then it not mean anything because it's a different reality. I'm just saying, I would love to see Deadpool kill Moby Dick in real life. That would be pretty badass. But maybe it's just me. So there you go. That's what I'm going to say about Deadpool for this week. You got anything to say, just drop it in the comments below. And we'll move on to our next thing, which is... so I'm hyped for X-Men Dark Phoenix and maybe New Mutants. I don't know what's going on there. I will be honest. Has New Mutants been canned? I know Dark Phoenix is coming out. The problem with the X-Men films and Fox, just the way they've been handled. I mean, I actually love the first 2 X-Men films. I really enjoyed them. X-Men 3 is something we don't talk about on my channel. Just like Spider-Man 3, okay? Both those movies we don't talk about here. If you're going to come on this channel and talk about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 and X-Men 3, that pile of shit, you go find another channel, because we're not going to discuss those movies here. But yeah, so I really like the first 2 X-Men films. Apart from the fact... I had a hard time really enjoying the films because I didn't... What's the word? I don't know. The X-Men themselves, they all did a good job in their roles. They all played amazing characters. They played their parts well, except for Cyclops. We'll get into that later, or another time. Or it has a lot to do with X-Men 3 as well. So I've just made myself bleed, by the way, sat here, but yeah, that's how much I hate X-Men 3, but yeah, I don't know, they didn't resonate with me well because they didn't look like the X-Men, you know, we're coming off the back of the animated cartoon that was on Fox Kids. They should have tried to replicate the costumes a little bit different, rather than all wear black leather. I don't know, I think that was it. It didn't resonate with me very well. Because I know they didn't have the costumes. I've heard it loads of times. People are like, well, did you really want to see Wolverine in yellow spandex and Cyclops in blue spandex? And yes, I did. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I would have liked to see the X-Men in versions of their costumes. Like, decent portrayals of their costumes, not just a leather suit. There was something very Matrixy about it. I don't know. Something very... I don't know about that whole leather thing. Anyway, I was never really a fan of that. But then, First Class, I liked, but by that point, X-Men 3 just ruined it for me. I really couldn't enjoy the movies. Origins was terrible. Let's not speak about that either. You know, the Origins Wolverine movie. The other Wolverine movies, Logan and The Wolverine, were brilliant, by the way. And I did like Days of Future Past and Age of Apocalypse. I thought they were good movies. It's just a shame with all the recasting and things that was done over the years. It kind of, for me anyway, it personally spoiled it a bit for me. So I've never been able to get into those X-Men's full swing. And that's kind of why I'm not really hyped for the Dark Phoenix saga. I would love to see the MCU take the X-Men on board and do it properly. Give them costumes. They don't have to be completely accurate to like the Claremont look or anything, but at the same time they need to kind of resemble them costumes for it to really hit home. And wouldn't it be cool if it, like they did Infinity War in the first 10 years, wouldn't the next 10 years, if it led up to Secret Wars with the X-Men in it, okay? Or you take that whole arc. Do you remember from the Spider-Man cartoon with the Beyonder, where they go to a different planet, maybe? Or, yeah, maybe Secret Wars, actually. I'm sorry, that was disgusting. I just burped, pardon me. But yeah, that would be cool if they led into Secret Wars and did that with the X-Men characters and, you know, your new Avengers, rather than anything else. So yeah, come on, MCU. Give us something great with the next 10 years. Now you have the X-Men characters in swing and the Fantastic Four as well. And you can include Deadpool. I'm not knocking that at all. I don't see how kids are going to react to having Deadpool in the MCU. Like, we love it as grown-ups, but I don't know, he's just not a role model, is he? But yeah, X-Men, come on. Can't be hyped for these movies. It's been spoilt for me, unfortunately, but I'm happy to reboot it all again and restart again and just see where we go with the new X-Men, and just don't ever do anything like this. Well, that's not a good example, but let me just quickly show you. Yeah, that thing there. Ugh, sorry, that thing there. Don't do that. It just looks awful, right? Don't use this as your source material. Yeah, and then lastly, we're going to talk about Venom, okay? I'm convinced there is someone who stalks my social media or may follow me around and then do what I say, because I was saying 2 years ago to my friend Daryl, and he was agreeing with me. He's in the band, by the way, and you could go ask Daryl. He will swear by this. We was both saying 2 years ago, make Tom Hardy Venom. That would be sick. So I'm all up for that. I think that's great. And I've seen the trailer, and it genuinely does look like a good movie. I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to enjoy it. You know, it looks like a good movie. What I will say, though, is something about it. I don't know whether it... You see, because it's not connected to the MCU, and I'm not saying everything has to be, but because of this weird sharing deal with Sony and Disney, something feels very synthetic, okay, about the Venom movie. And it feels like a lot of... And I remember I like the Amazing Spider-Man films, but it feels like a lot of Sony's to do with those movies are just getting copied and pasted onto the Venom movie. So something doesn't quite feel genuine about it to me. It feels quite synthetic, like I said. But nevertheless, I'm still going to go watch it. I want to say I'm going to enjoy it. They've sold me on the trailer. You know, I bought my movie ticket. It's just a case of me going in and watching it, but I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about it, guys. Obviously, share your thoughts. Share your thoughts on everything we've talked about in this video today, because that's going to be it now. I'm going to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope more of you comment down below this time. The fault is, I know a lot of people, I know have Facebook, they don't have YouTube channels, so they'll send me a lot through Facebook to support me. They don't really do it here, which is obviously a problem, but if you can, it would really help me if you drop your comment below. I would muchly appreciate that. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go now. So peace out. Yeah, I ain't got a motto or anything. Bye.